Alicia Avenue. So I got. And gentle foaming cleanser.
Sounds like if Cujo was loving.
Oh, I know. But the most fun is they gave me extra firming eye wrinkle smoothing cream.
Okay.
Extra firming.
Like, I'm 20. Are you trying to tell me something about premature aging?
Yes, your eyes aren't.
All right, you guys are broadcasting live on the internet right now, just so you know.
Oh, thanks.
All right.
Hi, internet.
Let me see if
I go to it, can I see if I see it properly?
yeah. Yeah, do you have the link for the live stream on YouTube?
Do you want me to do that?
Well, it's not. I'm going to look at the picture right now.
Right.
Well, not just yet. I'm trying to connect with
I can write it down.
It works.
Can it hear us if we talk?
Work okay? So yeah, so
delay.
you're gonna want to mute it because the YouTube does have a delay. So make sure you mute it because otherwise it's gonna feed back into here. Yeah.
What's the link?
It's actually on the Twitter feed.
Okay, I'll find it.
And
Yeah.
also, if you go to readingdigitalfiction.com, you can just see it.
Okay. Robin has joined us. Hi, Robin. Okay. All right. Can I hear you now?
Can it?
Oh, now I had to turn my volume on my computer. Good. So that's one person who's joined us. So I have to go. Sorry, you can see, all you can see is the room, isn't it? Okay. I will be in the shot in just a moment as I set up the machine over there, but I'm glad to see that you can at least see what's going on and we can hear you. So hang out here and hopefully other people will join in shortly. It's good to see it's sort of working. All right. Don't let anybody hit the camera. Am I on screen? Can people see me?
A little bit of a delay?
It's gonna have a little bit of delay on the YouTube.
We see you. We see you. There's 8 people watching. I mean, 2 of them are in the
How many seconds delay is there?
On the YouTube, I think it's like a 5-second delay. Do I want the microphone on? No, I don't need a camera. I just need to see on this.
I think it's more like 7, 8.
I could maybe come from there. It's got like a
Where the hell is my hashtag? Oh, am I blind? I'm afraid I can't live tweet this because there's no hashtag key.
Hold on, I'll help you.
With Mac, it is something like Mac hashtag.
I should know this. I
You
saw
have
it.
that?
I never hashtag things, so I don't know.
Shift-Alt-7
Shift Alt 7.
or option 3.
That's not a hashtag.
Option 3.
Option 3.
Like is that
Something like that?
is that a control or command? Sorry, I have a Mac, but I haven't used it from.
There's a control and a command.
Okay, I don't know which one. One of them. Command 3 or control 3?
No, not that one. Let's try this one. No, it's definitely not. Control Shift. Something with 3, I'm sure.
Okay, let me look again.
Google.
Oh, this is
Okay,
not.
have I solved the feedback problem? Not real.
It's better.
It's a lot better.
It is a lot.
Oh, it's all three.
Alt 3, okay. Yay!
How's that?
Oh, that's better.
Is there still feedback from somewhere? Think we're all right? Nope.
Purple Book said that he has some problems.
What's the matter?
He says he doesn't seem to be able to add into the video call. Someone else is on mute.
I'm copying that.
Oh, you just put control.
How's that? Any feedback?
Not what I can hear.
Okay. Let me see. Problem is I now have to turn the speaker all the way down. Okay. Yeah, that's what's doing it is I'm feeding. What I'd like to do is turn the mic off. Okay, so now this, okay, so what I
We're pretty much all logged in my own account. And so we could.
you can do nothing on my.
Astrid's here.
Yay! Hi, Astrid.
Who's Anthology of what? Who's Anthology of
I have
what?
no idea how to turn these mics off.
What did you say? Oh! I don't know.
Which is a role in all the games.
There's someone called Anthology of What as well.
Oh, I think Astrid thought Isabel was talking because she said hi, Isabel.
Because I was talking.
I know, I was talking.
Because on the
Oh,
chat,
okay.
I'm chatting. I'm
Ah,
chatting.
I was doing my voice.
we're going to fail so badly at this, aren't we? It's going to be great.
No?
No, not my phone.
Mine's in the pocket.
Oh, okay, some issues.
What are you seeing?
No, it's working.
Okay.
Alice says the YouTube live stream is working, so they probably all heard it.
Okay, good. Yeah, we're just, can everybody hear me on the YouTube live stream? Because we're having feedback in the room that I'm trying to get rid of.
Astrid says she can hear everything.
Okay, good. Hi, Astrid.
Everything in caps.
That's not ominous at all.
Some more to say anything now. She can see Lyle at the lectern.
In motion.
Lyle in motion. That's
Poetry.
a good film.
Okay. So let me
Poetry.
switch. If I switch to, somebody just popped on. If I switch to Dean. Okay. I might need somebody on the live stream machine.
Well, Owen doesn't really know anything about technology.
Because I was hoping to be able to project, although it gets very picture in picture there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. What I was hoping to be able to do is project people, if they want to say a word or win an award or something like that, to project them here.
but I think that that's not going to work brilliantly. So I might need to switch them over here.
When Jordan gets back in, he can be on that machine.
Yes. Let's see if it's
Just add a more on that.
work at all.
I need Owen's not the one that I'm at, so.
Let me see if I switch.
I think Astrid needs coffee.
So, I'm on the live stream and you can really hear everything. The thing is that there is delay of like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It says I'm presenting Robin to everyone, but I'm just testing to see if I can switch people around.
Alice is here as well, and she says she cannot get into the Google Hangouts, but she can hear.
She didn't tell me she wanted an invitation to the Google Hangout. That I have to invite her, so let me invite her. Okay, so I'll stop that.
So anyone who's listening, if they want to be in the Google Hangouts, they should write that in the chat of YouTube.
You can just leave.
Okay, tell Alice I've just invited her to the Google Hangout. It's not working as brilliantly as I'd hoped. We'll at least get the live stream. I'm not sure that I'm able to get people on because of the feedback. Because I don't seem to be able to get Robin unmuted. Let me control room. So let me see.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, now I can hear you. Oh, you were muted.
Yes.
Okay, so if I, oops, present to everyone. There you are. Yes, there you are. Okay, great. So there may be, so that'll work. So I'll station one of my students here, and we'll go from there. All right, so we'll stop presenting. Okay. Okay, everybody stand by and we'll get started shortly. Oops. Everyone should be muted. Okay.
Well, I mean, we could just say no and come to it, and then it's just been 10 minutes. What exactly what was going to happen if you did that?
Hello, join us. Come in.
There's so many people outside. I can't keep them back.
All right. Jordan, I need you in here then.
Okay. I'll just go grab some food.
Yes, and then come in. Go get some wine, Owen. Yes. No, not for me. I'll always spill it everywhere. Apologies to everyone on the live stream. There's a lot of whispering about who wants wine going on here. Yeah, you guys, you can keep no secrets. Sorry. So I'm just waiting on my final helper, who I'm going to show how to run the bits and bobs on the live stream, so that we have some ideas. Apparently, he had to go get wine. So, all right, Jordan, you're going to be the guy.
I'm virtual with this.
You're going to eat. I need you down here.
Okay.
Okay, so if we need to, I need you to be paying attention, and if you need to switch to a person, we've got people here, and you can find them here, and you can sort of go present to everyone.
And then they need to unmute, and you need to, I don't think you need to unmute them, but present to everyone if we want to switch to them.
Are you going to be like very clear on who's that?
Yes, it will be on the screen. That's what the screen is for. So we'll do our best here, but since we haven't, this live streaming thing is new to us. We're doing our best. We're glad to have everybody here, and at the very least, we are recording the live stream, and that will be there. All right, so I'm gonna get rolling, I think. Okay. This one's lighting up with all the people on the hangout. Okay. All right. Thank you to everyone for coming, for joining us on the live stream, for joining us on Twitter, and for joining us in person. We are live tweeting, so if you want to follow the Reading Digital Fiction account and the hashtag OpeningUpDF, we've got some tweets to follow there. And we are going to ask that those of you who are not here, those of you who are here, we're going to be asking that you fill in a little questionnaire about the event and about digital fiction. And those of you who are on the live stream, what we're asking is that you send us a tweet, or if you don't tweet, send us an email from the readingdigitalfiction.com site. Maybe there's a contact form there. Just sort of 3 words or 3 things about tonight, whatever it is, about digital fiction, about the competition, about the experience, about what you learned, any of that sort of thing. You can tweet it to our hashtag OpeningUpDF, or you can use our contact form on readingdigitalfiction.com. So welcome to the prize night for the first of what I hope to be many annual Reading Digital Fiction, Opening Up Digital Fiction writing competition. And also, as we're in Wales and we're at Bangor, Croeso, which is welcome in Welsh, and it's about all that I can say, but Croeso to the prize night. This is made possible by Sheffield Hallam University and Bangor University and the Arts and Humanities Research Council, which is funding the research that the Reading Digital Fiction Project is doing. Just need, sorry, I did disappear there for a sec. All right, so let's get started. So the Reading Digital Fiction Project, I'm going to introduce you a little bit to who we are and what we do and what our purpose is, in sort of building up the anticipation to the eventual prizes. I'm not quite Ryan Seacrest or Jimmy Kimmel, so it won't be as entertaining as the Academy Awards or American Idol, but I will try. So Reading Digital Fiction Project, our aim is to introduce more readers to digital fiction and investigate digital fiction reading using cognitive and empirical approaches. So we actually want to, and have been, observing readers as they read digital fiction, introducing digital fiction to new readers, and trying to discern some of the strategies that people employ when they read digital fiction. So these are the researchers on the project: Dr. Alice Bell at Sheffield Hallam University, Professor Astrid Enslin at the University of Alberta in Canada, me, I'm here at Lyle Staines at Bangor University, and our research assistants, Dr. Jen Smith and Dr. Isabel Vanderbaum, who are both out of Sheffield Hallam University. Some of the research that we've already conducted on this project, we've looked into immersion, working with Dreaming Methods and One-to-One Productions quite a lot on their wallpaper project. We have done an installation at Bank Street Arts in Sheffield, where people came and experienced the digital fiction wallpaper, and we asked them some questions and interviewed them and figured out sort of what the experience was like for them. So we've been looking into that experience, and as well as more wallpaper events
in order to also introduce people to digital fiction. So we've done a lot with this project. We've done some research into textual view. A lot of digital fiction, like games, uses the second person narrative perspective as sort of normal, as standard, as conventional. And so some of the research that we've done has been into the different uses of view, the different ways that it can be used, primarily using The Princess Murderer by Zena Larson and Jenny Waite, which is what you see here, and the different types of view that are used in that piece. We've done some research into, sort of a little bit of research into the other side. How does reading digital fiction and getting exposed to digital fiction change writers? You know, as they become readers of these works, so don't worry about all the text, this is just a screenshot from a poster. You don't need to know any of this. It will all be in a paper someday, shortly. But to try to figure out how it changes writing practice and how writers then approach digital fiction and engage with digital fiction as readers after they've written it. And recently we are just wrapping up the data collection and analysis on our hyperlink studies, where we looked at a hypertext that I wrote called The Photographer, and asked questions. We stopped people at various points to ask them why they were following the link, what they expected from it, what they got out of it when it was finally followed, that sort of thing, in order to see how readers respond to hyperlinks, what their strategies are for reading, and how it affects their enjoyment and engagement of the text. So that's enough of the dry stuff. We are working on getting all those pieces out in various papers and publications. We've had a lot of different events over the last 3 or 4 years of the project. A lot of them were centered on, as I mentioned, wallpaper, the wallpaper exhibition and installation at Bank Street Arts in Sheffield, the Hope, Fear, and Digital Fiction event at the Being Human Festival in Wakefield, and some workshops with Andy Campbell and Judy Alston of Doing Methods and One-to-One Productions in order to get people writing and reading digital fiction. We also did a Future of Reading exhibition, again at Bank Street Arts, which was sponsored by the Electronic Literature Organization, which was a workshop to introduce people to digital fiction and give an overview of digital fiction and what digital literature is. We've also done some library workshops, pop-up book clubs, an off-the-shelf lecture series and workshops. Kate Pullinger has given a lecture on digital fiction through off-the-shelf, and Christine Wilkes has given a creative writing masterclass. So some well-known digital fiction authors have, as well as Andy Campbell and Judy Alston, have worked with us to sort of reach out to the public and introduce more people to digital fiction. We also recently went to the National Library of Wales in Aberystwyth and taught a workshop with 25 Year 1 students, introducing them to digital fiction. And it was actually a really fun day, and they really engaged with it really well. So I think this is sort of part of our initiative of, you know, sort of the Joe Camel method of let's get them while they're young, and so that by the time they're adults, they'll be totally hooked on digital fiction. But this was a very cool event, and hopefully we'll be able to do more like this. All right. This competition is also part of our engagement and part of our activities to reach out with the research and reach out to digital fiction writers and reach out to digital fiction readers. So I'm going to change hats a little bit and focus on doing things like prize awards and things like that. All right, so the purpose of the digital fiction competition, much like the Reading Digital Fiction Project, was to expand digital fiction readership to a broader segment of the public through broadly accessible, quote, quote-unquote popular works. So we wanted like not just academics and other writers of digital fiction to engage with it. We wanted people who had never heard of it before to say, hey, that's really cool, instead of, oh, that's really weird. So for people to start buying mobile apps, and to start thinking about them as literary games that are fun and enjoyable, rather than just, oh, that's not a book, I don't know what to do with it. So that's what we're looking at in terms of these sorts of works. This is something that I'm really pleased about. We had 110 entries from 24 countries around the world, and really around the world. It wasn't just Europe, it wasn't just North America, although we did pretty well in North America and Europe. But we had entries from Brazil and Chile and Australia and Pakistan, Iran, Lebanon, Nigeria, South Africa, Norway, Sweden, Switzerland, Germany, France, Spain, Ireland, UK, US, Canada, Mexico. No, I didn't memorize them, but that's I do have the list. So it was really great to see the engagement from all over from these entrants. We did, although one of our aims was to have a Welsh competition, a Welsh language section. We didn't get as many submissions in Welsh as we would have liked, and we're hoping to build that in future years, some of it through the workshops that we're doing, such as that at the National Library of Wales, and more here in Bangor and some in Cardiff, to try to increase that digital literacy in Wales in both students and adults, and engage that digital fiction so that we'll have more Welsh language entries in the future. All right. Our judges. This is our judging panel. You can see that the three of the judges are the researchers on the project. So I'll start with Professor Kate Pullinger. She's a professor in creative writing at Bath Spa University. And she is a very well-known digital fiction author. If you know digital fiction, you'll be familiar with Inanimate Alice, which is a highly successful piece that is used in schools across the world and is used to introduce people to digital fiction. She co-wrote that with Chris Joseph, as well as Flight Paths, which is an award-winning digital fiction. Her novel Mistress of Nothing won the 2009 Canadian Governor-General's Literary Award for Fiction. Her Letter to an Unknown Soldier with Neil Bartlett was a digital war memorial and had 22,000 participants in this digital online war memorial. And the British Library did a follow-on project with her on this. Her current work is on Jellybone, which is a mobile app that's a serialized novel, and that she is working on with the startup Lilipo. Dr. Alice Bell of Sheffield Hallam University is the PI on the project. She's a reader at Sheffield Hallam. She focuses on stylistics, narratology, and digital literature, focusing in possible worlds theory, natural narratives, and second-person narration. She's the PI on the Digital Fiction International Network, which was funded by the Leader Golden Trust, and co-wrote Analyzing Digital Fiction with Astrid Ensign and Hans Rustad. Dr. Bronwyn Thomas was one of our Welsh language judges, as well as an overall judge. She's an associate professor at Bournemouth University. She focuses on new media narrative and online participatory culture. She's currently just launched a Reading on Screen project, very much related to the Reading Digital Fiction project, looking at how people transition from print to digital reading. And she is originally from Llanelli, and is a Welsh speaker, so that ties her into some local flavor. Evan Muse, who is here with us tonight, which those of you on the live stream can't see. Dr. Evan Muse is a senior lecturer in digital media here at Bangor University, and also the head of School of Creative Studies and Media. He's the editor for a Journal of Gaming and Virtual Worlds, and his research focuses on disruptive innovations in publishing and bookselling industry. And he looks at the spaces of bookselling, both physical and virtual. and he is the other of our Welsh speaker, Welsh language judges. Professor Astrid Enslin, who almost needs no introduction, is a researcher at the University of Alberta in Canada, focusing on digital fiction and literary games. Her books include Literary Gaming, Analyzing Digital Fiction with Alice Dahl and Hans Rustad, The Language of Gaming, and Canonizing Hypertext. She's also an editor of the Journal of Gaming and Virtual Worlds, and is a board member of the Digital Games Research Association. And then finally, there's me down at the bottom. I'm a senior lecturer in writing and digital media here at Bangor in the School of Creative Studies and Media. I'm a digital writer and researcher, so I do practice-based research. So it's been handy to be able to write specific text that we can then use for research. My digital novel Farewell is up on my site, and my hyperbook, the Photographer, is available as a Twine game and also available as a hyper ebook on Amazon. And I teach various workshops in e-publishing and digital writing. So some of our judges, due to distance or illness, could not be here tonight, so they wanted to sort of give their comments on the competition. Alice said she was bowled over by the quantity and quality of the entries in terms of technical ability, the way in which the digital medium was used to tell a story, and the quality of the writing. The shortlisted works truly show how digital fiction can be opened up to new writers and audiences, which, since that was the aim of the competition, I'm really glad that the shortlisted works did that. Astrid Enslin says that it was a fantastic experience to be able to read and play such a wide variety of innovative works and the manifold ways in which they push the aesthetic boundaries of the technologies they use. Congratulations to all the successful artists in this competition, and thanks to all the participants for enriching the process as a whole. And Bronwyn Thomas says it was great to see a strong showing for the student prize, which we did, thanks to various classes that we teach across our different universities. And we do hope that we see more Welsh language entries in the future. All right, now what everyone has been waiting for. Yes, drum roll, please. Sorry, I don't have a band. I can't play well. So our first category is in children's digital fiction. This is a particular area of interest for us because it is one good way to expand and expose new people to digital fiction. And it's an area of particular interest for Astrid Enslin, so she's been working hard on that side of things. It was a small category in terms of submissions, but the judges were almost unanimous about the shortlist. And it is a short list. But the shortlist is book number 3, Switcheroo, of the Mrs. Wobbles and the Tangerine House series by the Marino family, which is a story game set in a magical foster care home run by a woman who may or may not be a witch. It's a middle grade story. It's an interactive fiction that seeks to engage kids in reading generally and also to engage them in digital and interactive fiction. The other shortlisted work is Script Black by Jules Verne, which was adapted to a mobile app by StoryMax. It is a multimedia, multilingual mobile application aimed to trigger reflection about humanitarian challenges of our time. And it has associated educational activities designed around the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So the comments, we don't have not because there's only 2 in the category, we don't have an honorable mention for this category, but the judges' comments on the winner of this category were that it was a lovely story, that it was engaging and interesting, and that it provides a great model of how families can co-create and enjoy digital fiction together. So, the winner of the Children's Digital Fiction Prize, the opening up digital fiction competition, yes, drum roll, excellent, is Book number 3, Switcheroo, Mrs. Wobbles and the Tangerine House by the Marino family. And Jordan, I don't know if you can switch to Mark on there if you're able to. Yes, no?
I have, but it's not coming
It's
up.
not
on
going to
there.
come up here, no.
Okay.
It'll be on the live stream.
It is on the live
Is he
stream.
unmuted? Can you say it a little bit?
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay, well, on behalf of the Marino family, and
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mark. That was fantastic to hear. And congratulations. We really enjoyed reading Switcheroo. All right. Moving on to the student prize. Now, this was sort of self-submissions. This was students ranging from high school to university to PhD students. We had an amazing selection of student work. And you will see student prizes duplicated in the judges' prize as well, because the work that they are putting forth is of such high quality. So the short list for the student prize. The first is Slumber, and these are in no particular order whatsoever. They're just how I arranged them on the screen. Slumber by Benjamin Woodyer, which is an interactive, scrolling horror webcomic. Click Here, a game of choices by Reed Hinkley Barnes, which is a rather clever twine game about games and choices, a little bit meta there. Meta Quest by Daniel Cockcroft, which is a twine hypertext centered on human-machine interaction. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this one. HELLC, or HELLC, by Linda Clark, which is a multiple-choice interactive fiction that is set in an office of the title, so it has a sort of metaphysical nature. Astra Inclinant by Caitlin Ensley, which is a twine hypertext science fiction set in space. SIR, or SIR, by Rebecca Gooding, a twine game centering on technology and artificial intelligence. And finally, The Abyss by Debbie Acharya, a twine game that explores the connection between the body, mind, and soul. So we do have an honorable mention in this category, and some of the judges' comments about our honorable mention are that it makes excellent use of its interface, as well as audio and visual art for effect, showing that more is not necessarily better. So the honorable mention in the student prize category is Slumber by Benjamin Woodyer. Don't know if we have Benjamin.
I don't think
Don't
so.
think so? Okay. Well, congratulations to Benjamin for winning honorable mention in this category. The winner in this category, some comments from the judges about this selection, are that it was polished and well designed, a really effective piece for its genre. I told you the genre, I gave it away. And that it is beautifully written and rendered, a good mix of interaction and animation. So the winner of the Student Prize in the Opening Up Digital Fiction Competition is Astra Inclement by Caitlin Ensley. Do we have Caitlin? Don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay. Congratulations to Caitlin. It was a really effective science fiction piece, and we enjoyed reading it a great deal. And just a note that we will, as long as the writers give us permission and agree that they want this, we are publishing the winners on the Reading Digital Fiction website, so everyone will be able to go and see them there. The next prize is for People's Choice. This we opened up to anyone. Basically, we took our judges' shortlist, and it was anything that any of the judges had put on their shortlist, we put on the People's Choice shortlist. So actually, the shortlist for this is much longer than you will see here. I took the 7 works that had the most votes to make the shortlist for tonight. And this was open to online polling, online voting, and the judges did not vote in this, apart from narrowing down our list of entries for voting. So the shortlisted entries in People's Choice are All the Delicate Duplicates by Mesbreeze Design and Dreaming Methods, a narrative game about a man named John and his relationship with his daughter Charlotte, which is viewed in fragments of stories and backstory that you piece together as you read it. New Monuments Golf Club by The Old Man, multimedia stories linked by the narrative setting of the New Monuments Golf Club. Psychic High School by Dean Hammer, Dean of Psychic High School. It's an interactive fictional school website where users can join and collaborate through a social media interface on stories set in a high school for youngsters with psychic abilities. Crit Flap by Jules Verne by StoryMax. Again, it's the adaptation of Jules Verne's short story into a mobile app. Do It by, and here we go with my pronunciation, I do apologize if I mangle names. Do It by Serge Boucharon, Siu Zhang, Joao Lin, Romaric Delahaye, Rebecca Freiberg, and Rafael Kovacevic. I think that was close. This is an interactive mobile app using gestures and phone movement to explore contemporary injunctions, being flexible, dynamic, finding one's way, forgetting in order to move forward. Book 3, again, Switcheroo, Mrs. Wobbles and the Tangerine House by the Marino family. And again, Astra Inclement by Caitlin Ensley. So we do have an honorable mention in this category. This was the runner-up in the voting. I do have some judges' quotes because these were all shortlisted by the judges. This work that was honorable mention was really enjoyable. The judge joined and participated and wrote a little bit on the site. And it stimulates imaginary and actual writerly interaction. It could be used as an education tool. So the honorable mention for People's Choice is Psychic High School by Dean Hammer, Dean of Psychic High School. I do think we have Dean there, don't we?
Yep.
Maybe.
Hello, I think you are muted. I think you're muted on your end.
Is he talking that we don't hear him?
Yeah.
Yeah, can we chat to him maybe that he's muted? I
Um,
don't know if this is open.
So there is a mute microphone button on the screen there. If you could click on that, we should be able to hear you.
Technology.
Wait. He's writing.
Oh, he might not have the equipment. I think he said
Okay.
he was at work. He might not have the capability.
He's held up signs saying thank you, and he's holding up his thumbs. So
Great. Thanks. Okay. Congratulations to Sidekick High School for the honorable mention in the People's Choice category. All right. Oh, I almost gave it away. So the winner of the People's Choice category, the judges' quotes on this one were that it was professionally rendered and easy to navigate, well developed with great artwork. The multimedia elements all work well together, and indeed, it did receive a whopping 48% of 808 votes in the poll. So by a bit of a landslide, Frit Flack wins the People's Choice Award. Is StoryMax on there?
I don't know. I've lost the page.
Oh, good. We need the control panel.
I'm not sure where I'm looking.
I think StoryMax is on
It disappeared.
There we go.
Right.
Okay. Do we have
I'm not sure. Like the names aren't
Greg?
coming. Greg?
No.
Robin, Wonderbox, Russell, Emma.
Wonderbox is me.
Mm-hmm.
We might not have StoryMax. Okay.
Well, if StoryMax texts us and tells us who they are, what name is on there, then we can switch. Thanks for bearing with us, guys. We are trying with this technology thing. Okay, congratulations to Frit Flack by Jules Verne, adapted by StoryMax. Okay, and finally, the final category, the judges' selection. And we do have a much longer shortlist for this one, so we'll go through 2 screens. Sorry, it's like the Academy Awards.
They may be here now.
Oh, do we have StoryMax?
I think so. They just joined the call. Hello? Yes, I think we have them.
Okay. Good. Congratulations.
You may be muted. They're holding up hearts.
Okay. Yay, hearts.
Technical issues abound.
Congratulations to you guys. I know you guys have been heavy on Twitter, so tweet away and tweet us and tweet everyone. Okay, the judges' prize. So as you can see, we had a lot for the student prize. We had a lot for People's Choice. There were just a lot of pieces that, as judges, we liked. And what we were looking for as judges was that these works were going to appeal to a mainstream audience, whatever we had in mind for that. So what I always have in mind for that is my mom like this, or my brother or my dad who, don't work in academia. But whatever we had in mind for that, it was something where we could recommend it to people. It was something we thought lots of people could enjoy. And so we sort of applied our own personal criteria to this to fit that category of popular digital fiction or mainstream or something that was accessible to a wide range of people and that could help bring people into digital fiction. So the selections that we made, the first first screen is How to Rob a Bank by Alan Bigelow. This is a cross-platform love story revealed through the main characters' use of their iPhones. And so you see their searches and their texts, their apps, imagery, animations, audio, and the functions that appear on their phones. So it's told entirely through their phone activity. New Monuments Golf Club by The Old Man. As mentioned, these are multimedia stories linked by the narrative setting of the New Monuments Golf Club. The Pickle Index by Subnote, which is an interactive mobile app where the user helps a dysfunctional gang of circus performers free their clown from imprisonment and possible execution. Inanimate Alice, Perpetual Nomads by Bez Breeze Design and Bradfield Narrative Design. This is a digital novella and VR virtual reality fiction, expanding the well-known digital fiction universe of Inanimate Alice. The young globe-trotting tech developer tracks her from a young age to adulthood. Do It, we're really dealing with names that I'm going to butcher, I do apologize. Serge Bouchardon, Siu Zhang, Zhuao Lin, Romeric Delahaye, Rebecca Freiberg, Raphael Kovacic. This is an interactive mobile app using the gestures and phone movement to explore contemporary injunctions and things about life. 500 Apocalypses by Phantom Williams. This is 500 web-linked flash fictions, as in the short, very short stories, cataloging the collapse of civilizations throughout the universe. Bad Influences, a blog fiction by Emma Puka. This is a series of fictional blogs that chronicle a viral outbreak across the world and the collapse of nations. And then these blogs are told by a group of friends that each have a blog, so that continue to make comments on one another and have conversations from the various areas. All the Delicate Duplicates by Bez Breeze Design and Dreaming Methods. This is a narrative game about John and his daughter Charlotte, told through fragments of backstory. Detective Land by Robin Johnson, an interactive noir as PI Lance and Rose attempts to solve cases and not get busted up too much by the mob. Psychic High School by Dean Hammer, Dean of Psychic High School, our interactive fictional high school website, students of psychic abilities. Frit Black by Jules Verne by StoryMaps. Jules Verne's the adaptation of Jules Verne's story for mobile apps. Cactus Blue Motel by Astrid Dalmody, a Twine interactive fiction that checks the reader into a motel in the desert and then never lets them leave. Hannah Fields by Gavin Inglis, an interactive story that asks the reader to play out various conversations with Hannah, a young girl who is struggling to cope. And Hotel by Christian Copeland, a collection of hypertext short stories based around a hotel, each room occupied by a different guest with a different story. So the honorable mention in this category, the judges said that the interactivity between sections is a great and effective way to tell this story, and the layout works very well. It is well written and deftly woven, and it uses its interface well, conveying a compelling story. The honorable mention for the judges' prize for the Opening Up Digital Fiction competition is Bad Influences, a blog fiction by Emma Puka. I do think we had Emma, or we have Emma? Okay, good.
Yep. Hello.
Is she unmuted?
Mute is on your end.
Emma, you can hold up hearts and happiness.
I'm not sure that the sound is going to come through.
Okay.
But she's held up a post-it note that says, "Thanks so much."
All right, congratulations to Emma. We enjoyed reading all of the blogs. All right, and the winner of the Judges Prize. This work is very funny and fun and well executed, very readable and original. It evokes contemporary concerns with mass surveillance and global everyday terrorism. It's an enjoyable story with a simple interface idea that drove it forward in a creative way. It felt like a structure that could be duplicated by others for a range of narrative arcs or styles, so easily adapted. The winner of the Judges Prize for the Opening Up Digital Fiction Competition, oh my God, is How to Rob a Bank by Alan Bigelow. I don't think we have Alan.
I don't think so.
So congratulations to Alan, congratulations to all the winners. Yay! I want to thank everyone for entering, everyone for sharing, everyone for reading, everyone for coming and joining us online and following the live stream, tweeting at us. Again, please remember, if you're at home following the live stream, please tweet us or email us with your comments, reactions, 3 words even, on the competition on this evening, on anything. I hope the technology has worked. We will hopefully do a little bit better next time with sound and audio, but at least people have been able to see it. And those of you here, please, there are questionnaires that you can fill out. You can talk to Isabel there. And please do have some wine and hang around and chat if you would like to. And one last matter of business is that I do have one judge who is here, and I'm able to say thank you. So Evan, can you come down and?
It's okay, you can clap.
It was a lot of work to get through, and a lot of work to read. It was enjoyable, I hope, and rewarding all in and of itself. But yes, but diolch and thank you for your judging. Yes. So I don't know if you want to say anything. You didn't get a chance to have a quote up on the screen because I knew you'd be here. I knew you'd be here.
It was fantastic stuff there. This was just pure fun. So Alan Bigelow, How to Rob a Bank. Just the idea that you can create stuff that technically it's not a challenge, huge challenge, really doable, and it's just the idea that it just works. It just moves forward, it's fun, and I'd love to watch it again and go through it again.
Yeah, it's a great work.
Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic.
Well done.
All right. Thank you, Evan. All right. Thank you to everyone. And that does it for me. So good night and good luck, and read some digital fiction and write some digital fiction. Go out there, get on Twine, have a play. Thank you. Thank you.